Today I read a commencement address by Kurt Vonnegut Jr., who was a famous author and an atheist. And at one point he says, "Does life have meaning? Anybody's guess. Your guess is as good as mine." But elsewhere in the lecture, he says, "We have a clue about meaning in life. And that clue is we despise evil. Evil deeds and evil people sicken us. Good deeds and good people give us hope. Because I would say love is transcendent." But that's a question of evidence. That's a question of there really is evidence in the world about how reality fits together. And we see Jesus talking about that. So I'm going to screen share. "Watch out for false prophets," he says. "They come to you in sheep's clothing, but inwardly they are ferocious wolves, ravening wolves. By their fruit you will recognize them. Do people pick grapes from thorn bushes or figs from thistles? Likewise, every good tree bears good fruit, but a bad tree bears bad fruit. A good tree cannot bear bad fruit, and a bad tree cannot bear good fruit. Every tree that does not bear good fruit is cut down and thrown into the fire. Thus, by their fruit, you will recognize them." Now, the first thing you have to be able to do when reading anything is recognize metaphor and symbols. In this case, by their fruit, you will know them or recognize them. People do not pick grapes from thorn bushes or figs from thistles. Good trees bear good fruit. Bad trees bear bad fruit. Bad trees will be thrown into the fire. I'm going to put up some links on YouTube and in Moodle about bad fruit. I'm going to put up some links to give you a hint of why I was an atheist back when Kurt Vonnegut was an atheist. It's because I was exposed to televangelists back when I was your age. They were all the rage on television, these Protestant ministers who would preach and take people's money. In fact, I'll probably put up two links. Last semester, I linked to a video about Peter Popoff, who was an out-and-out fraud, but who's still making millions. And I'm also going to put up another link about a few other televangelists. Now, we can't be glib about this. There are plenty of people bearing bad fruit in the Catholic Church, not just Protestants. So you could research that if you want to. But I'm going to put up the most notorious ones, two little links to videos about that. So when you get confused, if you wonder what's going on with Elijah and Elisha or Elisha, what's going on with him passing on the mantle of the prophet, how do we know Elijah and Elisha were good prophets? Well, they bore good fruit. They spoke the word of the Lord. But how do we know about the people around us? I went out to lunch this week with a friend of mine who's an atheist, or at least an agnostic. I asked her how the holidays were because I'm filming this the first week of January. And she said that for Christmas, she had over to her house, a house that she shares with her live-in boyfriend. She had to her house orphans, at least she called them orphans. She meant people, including adults, who had nowhere else to go. She shared the Christmas spirit, this woman who doesn't believe in Jesus Christ, with people who were lonely and miserable. That's a good tree bearing good fruit. Now, there are plenty of people like these televangelists you're going to watch who claim to be super Christians, and they take advantage of people, and they steal their money, and they give them false hope, and they bear bad fruit. When in doubt, look at the evidence.